That we must also let that to understand that she cannot be intimidating the woman.
Oh, man. Oh, come on. You sitting down here. Somebody saying all of a sudden, this is somebody saying things like, Solomon, this is how we talk about
What's your what's your reaction towards the TUC is only being consistent, right?
The very seasoned government
the TUC is only being consistent, aren't they?
The two of them.
That's a very seasoned communicator.
Of course, but I'm afraid maybe there will be
Solomon, I don't beat women, and I've never beaten a woman.
The truth of the matter is
know, Dr. Azon, you don't miss you.
Solomon is full of mischief.
TUC, they are not consistent. That is my problem.
Why not?
You know, last year, it's good that I'm not dead, and you are also not dead. You were the one asking the questions. When some of us were fully supporting them that the much-awaited strike, nationwide strike that they had given us, the indication they would be embarking on, they needed to do it. You were here. They chickened out last minute. Based on the flimsy excuse. And some of us said, look, we have known this TUC under the days of Apiaje and Eduamankwa. This cannot be a correct TUC. Some of us called for the disbandment of this TUC because they were not making any progress in this country. Now, when UTAC, I'm happy Zato brought the idea of UTAC. When UTAC, Legon, was it Legon that said they would go on strike? That Professor Jambo led that invasion. Go and see insult. In fact, on various UTAC campuses, and you know UTAC is now divided into MPP and DC lecturers. I can tell you without any equivocation that about 99% of NPP lecturers voted against that strike, including Zato. And I've told him before that he voted against that strike. That UTAC had no business whatsoever going on that strike. And he has confirmed it that as TUC, you do not enter into politics during election year to affect election outcomes.
So you think they should have taken that action?
They should have taken it. They should have taken it. It doesn't matter which... where
they should have backed down.
Absolutely. We are building a nation. What has it got to do with elections? If by going on strike, a party will lose, so be it. But they did that. My concern with this whole Galamsey is that by the end of this administration, I want to see the water bodies very clean and clear. That is my only objective. I'm not interested in whether or not you use mask, chemos, I want to see the water bodies clean. But you can also discuss this without questioning the integrity of the TUC itself. Now, they have been able to visit various Galamsey sites. Based on what evidence are they comparing what they saw this time around with? Because the last time you were not at the site, so you couldn't have estimated or determined how degraded the environment was. You are not comparing to anything. That is why I don't take them serious. Look, we have called for the revocation of the LI 246.
The movement for change.
The movement for change. And
tomorrow you become a political party.
Once we launch our political party, we will begin to offer constructive criticism to this government. You are saying you are going to go. It has to. There should not be any other explanation to it because we called for it.
Revocation.
Yes, and I remember my sister B and I in opposition, we consistently said it had to be revoked, so it cannot change.
Yes, it has not changed.
It should not.
We are very consistent.
You understand? Because you see, that singular act by the president through his ministry, it's a crime against humanity. That forest that hitherto were not allowed to mine in, you decided to bring a law for us to enter. Who will do that? Now, beyond that, we must go after the campaigns and the big fishes. And I'm happy Zato agrees that prosecuting Wontumi must be seen in the national light. Remember that Wuntumi's case started under President Kufuor. Why did we allow him to be walking about freely? Was it because he was doing something that was inuring to the benefit of the party, and so we didn't need to touch him? In any case, I am also for the full-blown investigation of Yamin and Abanga. Yeah. As well as me, I don't even believe in investigation. As for Professor Fimbo Boating's case, the report, the man is alive. Professor Fimbo Boating is alive. Why don't we do a full, commission of inquiry? Call the man, let us call all those that he asked and put them before cameras for them to answer the questions. If they are found culpable, we prosecute them. Why are we doing that? The man is alive. You want him to die before we say, oh, Professor Frimpong Martin said this? No way. When Prof issued this report, if you like, call him, the sort of threats on his life, including court cases, the number of court cases he has, just to gag him. But you cannot gag a man that do surgical operations in the heart. You can't. Even heart is able to restore. How much more you?
Mouth.
You understand? So, Galamsey is a serious matter. But granted, this administration is not even doing what you are expecting them to, which I expect them to do more, because they cannot
to do more?
They have to do more. There is no substitute to that. I have seen what NIMOS is doing. I have gone closer to them. I believe that if they are allowed to work and resources are given to them, mind you, in the SWAL administration, they threw about $200 million into there without any resource. We don't want to have it this time around. We want any person, penny, or city invested in this enterprise yield something substantial to save the people of this country. But because we cannot continue to have a woman have their menstrual cycle shortened, we cannot be giving birth to 3, 4, 5, 6 eyes, 14 legs here and there. That will not be good for us. We cannot see Galamsey take place in the open when security officials look unconcerned. That cannot be, and that is not un-Ghanaian. What we are looking for is that if the gold, by mining the gold, it will destroy the environment. After all, gold is not going to rot. Let it be under the beneath the earth, so that we keep it there until the time that we get the appropriate technology to mine it. Then we can mine it. We still insist that the revocation of licenses must continue. And again, the Minerals Commission must be strengthened to do their monitoring role, so that people that are giving licenses, when they apply for licenses, they present business plan. In the business plan, they show how they will reclaim the lands. Let them have heard the minister, which is a very good plan, he must implement it, that they will begin to let licenses, those that small-scale miners, put forward bonds. So that if you're unable to reclaim the land, they call on the bond to use the money to go and reclaim the land. It's a beautiful thing. What is missing is whether or not it will be implemented. I believe that he has to implement it so that this country will move forward in a very uniform way and rid ourselves. Look, if you go to the World Gold Council's website, Ghana is sit in terms of gold production. You can't tell me that the extent of destruction of the environment is is very much familiar with China, which is the leading gold producing country. You cannot say same for Russia, which is the second leading producer of gold. You can't say same for Canada, which is the third leading producer of gold. You can't say same for United States of America. You can't say same for Mexico. Why should we say so about Ghana? And we continue to
as in they are in the top rankings.
Yeah, in the top ranking.
But their environment are not destroyed.
Yes, so there is a responsible way of mining. And until such a time that we get to that responsible way, we must not be issuing our licenses as cakes to party apparatchiks and then people that have the links with people in authority. That is the only way out that we can deal with. But Zato and his people must understand that when we are talking about the issues of Galamsey, for now they must shut up, and then we will deal with the issues as a party comes out, and then take on this administration, because in 2028 we will give them a match of their lives.
Okay. What time are you launching?
9 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow, Coconut Grove, all roads lead there. Journalists must come in their numbers, but we don't give solely. We only give words of encouragement.
Okay. What's the name of the party, so that we'll be promoting the party?
We are unveiling it
as part of our civic
you
responsibility.
You want me to do the unveiling this morning? Roland, why are you doing that?
All right, Solomon Owusu, thank you very much as well. And